Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be working on the 4Runner, so I know if you're not super stoked on 4Runner content, this probably won't be the video for you, but stick around because later in this video we will be going to the storage unit. I'm going to give you guys a full tour, full rundown, and full kind of explanation on my little side hustle. Oh, and today we're doing a coolant flush on the 4Runner. I've never done a coolant flush. I've never actually dealt with anything cooling related on any of my cars, to be honest, besides that Subaru with the blown head gasket. I will explain why we're doing the cooling on this truck, because eventually we'll need to refresh the E36 cooling system, so get some practice in on this truck. Alright, you guys know I got this thing for cheap. It's kind of like a daily for the daily slash a parts hauler, so it's not going to get Toyota coolant. Just off the shelf crap will do just fine. For once, we don't actually have to get underneath a vehicle that's on jack stands. We can just work under the truck because of the factory height. Alright, I'm not actually sure how much coolant this thing is going to take. I just bought 2 gallons, and then I also have some coolant that's not diluted, so I can actually dilute another gallon if I need to, but we don't have to do that with this, so just pour it straight in. So alright, we got a 12 here. Oh, come on. Alright, that other one was a 13 for some reason. Beautiful. Okay, looks pretty dry. Wait, nope, that oil pan is leaking. Would you believe me if I said I didn't check the coolant when I bought this vehicle? Probably. Yeah, so basically I met the dude in the dark and the truck was hot, so I could only check overflow and wasn't able to check the actual radiator, and then I definitely forgot about it. So I was on my way to work and the thing overheated and I was like, what the fuck happened? Lo and behold, there was no coolant in it. Somehow, some way, don't know how that happens because I've been checking and monitoring over the last week or so and there's been no leaks. So I guess a lesson to be learned here, check coolant in a vehicle if you buy it. Obviously, it's something you should check. I was so paranoid about the oil being fucked, so that was what I was constantly thinking about. Just coolant didn't cross my mind. Because you can see this radiator is new. This is like a new Mishimoto radiator. It's super nice and there shouldn't be any issues with the radiator itself. My guess was maybe thermostat, because the thermostat doesn't look brand new, or at least the housing, I guess you could say. And then the hoses are pretty good. They're not brittle and they're not worn. But what we're gonna do is drain this coolant. I am probably gonna get coolant stains in the driveway. Delightful. Yeah. I just cleared the overflow and washed that and cleaned it, and I put that back in. I also need to drain the block still, and then I will fill it with new coolant. It's pretty easy. I just am gonna go under there and make sure that there's no obvious leaks, because otherwise I don't really see anything that's leaking. I just hope if it is leaking, there's like a little hose I can tighten up, or a clamp that's not tight enough or something. Alright, putting our antifreeze in, already pre-mixed. Super dope. As you can see, we got some coolant there. I'm gonna turn the truck on and turn the heater on, and we'll get some of the bubbles out, and hopefully it'll just bleed itself and I won't have to put it up at an angle or anything. It should be able to bleed itself. I'll put some coolant in the overflow and then we should be good. Alright, so we're bleeding the system now. You can see it's gonna start to bubble. We'll wait for it to get up to running temp and it should be good. Alright. Truck is officially bled. Now I do think there is a coolant leak somewhere. I'm just not sure where it is. I tried to look while it was running, but it was kind of hard because there was a lot of overflow from the radiator, so I don't know what was dripping down from that or what was actually leaking. I'm just gonna monitor it over the next 2 weeks or so now that I know I put all the coolant in, it is full, so we'll see how much we lose. I think there's a leak somewhere, like I said. I'll fix it eventually. I've ordered a few things for this and I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with it, so I haven't put a bunch of money into what I've ordered. Simple stuff you'll see in the next 4Runner video, but yeah, I'm still debating on like doing a lift and wheels and like actually building it, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. If you guys want to see it, let me know, but judging on last video, nobody wants to see it. Anyways, with that out of the way, I'm gonna show you guys, give you guys a full proper tour of the storage unit, so let's go do that. All right, so this is my storage unit. This is something that I've kind of teased in a few videos, but this is where I've been keeping the E36. I'm gonna give you a quick little background on why I even have this unit. You guys have seen the E36 fits in the garage just fine. Now the E92 is there, and the E36 gets to stay in its own garage, basically. Yes, it's a storage facility and it's a storage unit, and that's all it is at the end of the day, but this is kind of my shop until hopefully one day we can get there. But long story short, I've been selling car parts on the side. I've been doing this for a while now, but now I'm taking it a little bit more seriously because I have a spot to put everything, and I've given myself now more room to get more parts and sell more just at a higher volume overall, so it makes more money, but that also means I source more stuff, and yeah, now I just have a good place to store everything. Alright, so you open the door here to the storage unit and you are greeted with the E36. I try and get it as close as I can to the door, obviously to maximize space in the back. Next to the E36, you got about 2.5 feet of room on either side. You'll see I got door panels galore, just lined all the way everywhere. The only thing that really sucks about a storage unit is you can't really hang anything up on the sides, like a permanent fixture as a shelf, or you know what I mean, something like that. And then there's also no electricity, which is a huge bummer. Now walking back over here, I gotta brighten it up like crazy. This is like the main workstation, if you will. Huge bummer, like I said, is the electricity. The electricity, if I had electricity, it would be ideal, and I could just leave the door shut, and you know, it would be a little bit more private. I could film videos in here a little bit more comfortably without all that background noise and all that. But I need the natural light because there is no lighting in this unit. You can see I have this Harbor Freight light that is hung up by a bungee cord, and that is my temporary solution. It's been about 2 months now in this unit, and this has not changed. I really got to change this. So I'm looking into some Milwaukee lights. Of course, you could probably just do a generator and run an exhaust fan out the door. But I don't need that much power. I really just need one good light, so I just need to go and buy that. Anyway, starting off over here, you guys seen the door panels, and then these are the Vaders that are maybe going to be used in the car, but I'm probably just going to sell them. They're Magma Vaders. I'm waiting on the headrest and the rest of the interior. I got stuff like kind of for sale everywhere though, like the quarter glasses for sale, and I've started to, you know, kind of pack them up. Over here, got a trash can, extra boxes over there, and extra boxes down below the table. Got this stool that normally just stays under there. I have this Lifetime cheapo folding table that works wonders for what I do. Normally, I'll just take something, clean it up, and take photos of it in this corner, and then pack it up right on the table. It's ready to get shipped out that same day, or, you know, whenever. I keep a list of inventory, what sold, when I got it, how much I got it for, etc. I keep receipts from Pick and Pull. I keep little plastic clips in this bin. Paper towels, a few little cleaning products just for the smaller stuff that I do clean at the storage unit. This is actually a dash that's supposed to go in my E36. It's not even unboxed yet. I've had it here for months at this point. That's a list of stuff that needs to be done on the E36. Lots of exhaust components back here. These are hard to sell because I don't want to ship exhaust components, and they're really hard to sell locally. This is just one of those cheap little Home Depot shelves. It was seriously, I think, like 40 bucks, and it does pretty good. Some of the bigger items that are light and can sit on the shelf are like the lips that I got, or some stuff's personal, some stuff's for sale. You guys will see what I mean about hanging stuff. I've just hung it with bungees, and it works really good. This is obviously super light. It's just foam insulation, but it works wonders to just hang stuff with bungees. This is a good amount of packing that I do. I use the USPS kind of priority mail, like the flat rate stuff, because that stuff is super easy. You know how much it's going to cost to ship, so that's why I keep a good amount of stock on the envelopes, because that's what most stuff gets shipped out in. And then anything from home that I get, that I receive, I just save the packing and just use it. More parts in this box, more stuff for sale, more stuff for sale. And the only thing that's really mine in here, I would say that it's just for my personal car is in that bottom bin there, mostly just interior stuff. Here's some stuff that's ready to go out. This is ready to get shipped. I just need to wait for the post office to open on Monday. More wheels. These are just personal. These are DS1s. These are the 220s off my M3. This trunk is sold. I just need to get rid of it. But really, that's it. It's not a huge unit and there's not a whole bunch of room. This unit is a 10 by 25, so it's pretty deep and it's wide enough. You can definitely fit a bigger vehicle in here. I put the E92 in here. I definitely could put the 4Runner in here. But yeah, it's perfect for the E36 because it's a little car. It doesn't take up that much space and it leaves me plenty of space to do kind of like the parts side of the storage unit. But this unit does pay for itself every single month. Now, if you're only storing cars in here or storing your stuff and you're not kind of using the unit to work out of it, it probably hurts a little bit more. But for the 230 bucks a month, I make that no problem with what I sell, so it doesn't really hurt to keep the car in here. It's like free storage. Obviously, I gotta work to get the stuff from the junkyard, sell it and ship it out and all that, but in the grand scheme of things, to get a free space that I can use for really anything, it's totally worth the money to me. I just want to stress that you can totally do this. You can totally do this by yourself. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little tour. If you want any more information on kind of how to start your own little side hustle, I can definitely expand more on that, but I just feel like everybody have their own process. So thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna make sure 2022 videos are more frequent and more quality. So hopefully you guys are stoked for that, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.